If you were lucky enough to pull a Shohei Ohtani 1 of 69 autograph rookie, would you sell it? This guy did. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 5th episode of Around the Hobby. You know, I can't believe it's 5 episodes. I'm sorry this video is a little late, but something just broke recently, and thank you, Mike O, for the heads up on this story. But a couple of the comments from last week. The Murph 398. I've been hearing about your channel, so I tracked you down. What a show. Love it. Now I've got some binge watching. Thanks, Murph. You know, I really appreciate the comment. And for those of you that have not checked out Murph's channel, there you go. Check it out. Rated Rookie. Another great episode, Snoop. What's your prediction for the final price of the 52 Mantle? Well, my prediction is the card is going to go for about $3.5 million. Reason? This is a very high-grade Mantle, and there are only a few of them in the world that are of this high grade. This is the first time in 12 years that a high-grade Mantle has came up for public auction, which is going to drive the demand for this card. So my prediction, $3.5 million. I think the auction house is right on spot with this. Next, Passion for Cards wrote, really like the closeout videos, so cool. Awesome content, brother. Terrible about the break-in, people can be real assholes. Appreciate the new release updates. Hey, Passion for Cards, you know, people are people, man. You know, we just got to protect ourselves. Insure your collection, talk with your agent about your homeowner's insurance, but you're right, people can be real buttholes, and I don't think that there should be room in this hobby for thieves or anything like that. I mean, it just gives the hobby a very, very bad name. Anyway, into the lead story, but if you guys don't know any of those people that commented, check out their channels. You know, want to give them a shout out. They took the time to at least watch and comment on the video, so hook them up, give them a sub, check out their channels. Anyway, I got to thank Mike O for this story. Pat Neshek from the Philadelphia Phillies, relief pitcher. Him and a friend bought a case of Topps Heritage, and inside this case, he pulled a Shohei Ohtani 1 of 69 autographed in red rookie card. Now, Pat immediately tweeted about this and sold the card on eBay. Now he's got a few regrets about selling the card. This story just happened, and there'll be more updates about this. I wanted to get the video, but I couldn't get the video about him talking to MLB Network about selling the card, but I'm going to try to get this video for next week and bring that to you guys. Next thing on the agenda, I think this is actually a very, very cool story. Beckett and Topps are teaming up to offer the all-time legendary trading card lineup for all 30 MLB teams. This is so cool. The ranking will be released one per week, starting at team number 30 and going all the way to number 1. The teams will be revealed on Beckett.com with player cards highlighted by their position. The neat thing with this is there's nothing for sale on this. This is like a strictly collector's kind of thing. Brian Fleischer of Beckett said, quote, our experts looked at the variety of elements in selecting legendary lineups. This is not just a list of valuable cards. Some cards were selected because of the player's impact on the hobby, or because of the design elements or rarity, while others are selected because players' performance or impact of the game. Check out Beckett.com. This is a cool thing. It's called the 30 MLB teams and things. It's right on the top of the site. Team number 30 is the Tampa Bay Rays. All positions are covered, including starting pitcher, relief pitcher, and a utility position. I think this might end up being a set registry thing. But the cool thing is, as they go through the teams with these legendary lineups, you'll be able to pick up the cards and create your own legendary team following off their footprint. Let me know what you guys think about this story. I think this is really, really cool. Are you a Detroit Tigers fan or even a fan of the famous T206 set? If so, you might want to be heading to Michigan. Matter of fact, you might want to be heading to the Detroit Institute of the Arts. The Detroit Institute of the Arts is giving baseball fans a chance to see a complete T206 set with the error card and other cards and memorabilia. This entire collection belongs to E. Powell Minor, founder of a law firm in Rochester, New York. Now, Miller's T206 set is considered to be among the best ever assembled. Miller also has a complete run of high-grade Al Kaline cards, including the only 1965 Topps graded in a PSA 10. Edward Purvos of MLive.com has a video on the play ball exhibit from the Institute of the Arts.
We're Ep5 for MLive, and this is really cool. We're at the Play Ball Baseball at the DIA exhibit. It opens tomorrow. A lot of this is through September 6th. This is the prize of it all here. Let me grab the camera from you. We're just going to walk through. Thank you so much. Okay, so explain real quick the significance of this collection for people who don't know. These are all real, fantastic condition.
This is the most famous baseball card collection ever made. It's the T206 set. Tobacco cards were put in packs of cigarettes from 1909 to 1911. There are 524 different cards in this set. This is the only objectively verified complete set in the world.
Wow.
And it is currently ranked number 3 overall in the world. Each set is graded based upon completeness and quality. So this set has very high quality, but 100% completeness.
Wow.
It took 20 years to make that happen.
20 years, and you kind of individually found these cards, and man, I mean, that's the only way to do it. They're so rare. There's 4 Ty Cobbs right here.
Yes.
Let's look at the Ty Cobbs. These are great. There's 4, there you go, 4 Ty Cobbs in the set. Oh, sorry, that's not it, right there. They're very small, so hard to see. There's 4 Ty. Now, there's 2 really unique cards. Of course, the Honest Wagner. Let's look at the Honest Wagner. This is the granddaddy of what, all baseball cards, essentially, right? I mean, this is it right here.
Honest Wagner card that some call it the Holy Grail, some call it the Mona Lisa. It's the most famous baseball card in the world.
Yeah, and what's crazy is this is not even in nearly as good a condition as the others. That just shows how rare this thing is. I mean, just to have one. I mean, how many are there approximately in the world?
There are approximately 70 to 72 in the world. Most of them are in condition 1 or less. This is condition 1. Very few are in better condition than condition 1.
Wow.
And this is considered actually a pretty high quality 1 because the face is in really good shape.
Yep.
But it's getting that card authentic in any condition is a once-in-a-lifetime achievement.
I've never seen a real one. I have a fake one, and that is a real one, and that's amazing. You have a reproduction.
So this is actually the 16th
Before we get to
set.
K-line,
Yeah, there's a K-line in here,
Yeah.
but this is the top set from 1968 to honor the championship team, and every card is they're all in mint, either mint 9 condition or gem mint 10 condition. So it's very hard to get a complete set of 1968 Tigers all in mint 9 or gem mint 10 condition.
Yeah, and of course this is the 50th anniversary of the 68 World Series Tigers, and you have autographed baseballs here.
Yes.
By both the Tigers and the Cardinals, and of course the Tigers beat the St. Louis Cardinals in 68.
So they're facing each other. That's the Tigers ball on the left and the Cardinals ball on the right.
All right, let's look at the K-lines real quick. This is fantastic. If you're a K-line fan, this is his whole career in baseball cards. There's a bat here. There's other stuff, but we'll look at the cards. real quick.
Starting from
There's his rookie card. Right
rookie
there.
card in mint 9 condition. Very rare is mint card in that kind of condition. There are very few of them.
I've never seen one in person until now, and I'm a baseball collector myself. So there you go.
And I tried to get the complete run of Topps cards in extremely high condition, and succeeded. Because they're mostly in near mint 8 or near mint 9. And one that's kind of exciting I'll point out is if you look at the 1965 card, gem mint 10.
Right there
it's
in the middle.
Only gem mint 10 in the world.
Oh, wow.
There's
And you
only
have it.
one, and you're looking at it.
Wow.
It's just in beautiful condition.
That's amazing. And then this is an autographed K-Line Louisville Slugger from
Game used bat.
Game used bat. There you go.
Sometime in the 60s.
Look at-
Don't know exactly
Look
when.
at that bat. I play in a baseball wooden bat league, and I'll tell you, bats have come a long way since then. But that is a beautiful bat. Wow. Well, thank you so much for putting some perspective into this and showing your collection and letting people see this. This right here is K-Line's Corner. This is the actual section of the outfield fence, 325 feet from the old Tiger Stadium.
Yes. And that's was in Tiger Stadium.
It's amazing.
And I had it in my office, over my couch in my office.
Oh, this is part of yours too. Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So you had it in the right in your office.
Yes.
Oh, that's a really cool thing to have in your office. Very cool. Look, I didn't show you guys this. This is awesome. This is yeah. Uniform that he wore in the '68 World Series, and as you know, Mickey Lolich had one heck of a '68 World Series. What, did he pitch 3 complete games? Is that what I'm? Oh my gosh, that's unheard of today. 2 days rest. I mean, I pitch. I can't even. If I pitch a complete game, 2 days rest, I can't even lift my arm after 2 days. I don't know how he did that. Well, there you go. DIA starts tomorrow through September 16th.
This is absolutely a very cool exhibit that's going on. So do you want to build a T206 set? Miller says this set is worth about $20 million, and it took him 20 years to assemble it. Also this week, who says one man's trash isn't another man's treasure? Chris Brindle Watt, a 49-year-old history and social studies teacher at Cane Creek Middle School in Fletcher, North Carolina, was shopping at a local thrift store. So imagine his surprise when he saw an old hockey stick that was signed by Hall of Fame goalie Bernie Parent. Brindle Watt said, "So I see a Sherwood stick for $14, and the tag says autograph unknown. When I realized who it was, I nearly fainted." Brindle Watt said, "I quickly paid for the stick and tried to keep a straight face when I bought it. The value of this hockey stick is around $1,200 to $1,500, but he does not plan on selling the stick." For more information on this story has a very long write-up. I didn't go into all the details on it. Go to sportscollectorsdaily.com and you can read the entire story on this. Great find, lucky find. You never know, when you can find that diamond in the rough. All right, guys, let's get into some new releases that are coming out this week at your local hobby store. 2018 Panini Diamond Kings Baseball. Although the contents have been tweaked slightly from 2017, hobby boxes on average will have 2 short prints, 2 variations, 3 parallels, and 11 total inserts. This year, 2018, they are focusing more on the subject with a simple banner placed at the bottom. Frame parallels come 1 in every 4 packs on average. There are also blaster-only artists, proof red and blue frame cards. 2018 Diamond Kings will also have 2 autographs or relics per box. There are plenty of autos and relics in this set. Each hobby box will have 2 hits. They will be autograph and memorabilia. There will be 11 inserts, 3 framed parallels, 2 short prints, and 2 variations. One thing that Panini did do for this year is they lowered the price on the hobby boxes. They are going to run $77.99 per hobby box. Normally this is when I'll end out, and I'll normally play a video at the end that's a tribute to a team or something like that, something pretty cool or funny, or a baseball song or something, and I'll let the credits roll. But something in baseball history happened on April 8th, and I want to pay a little tribute to that. So instead of rolling the credits and all of that stuff like I usually do, let me just quickly go through it. I want to thank Go GTS Live, Go GTS Distribution, Beckett and Beckett Media, Topps, Panini, and Mike O for giving me a lead into a story. Also need to thank sportscollectorsdaily.com and Nate, Topps 85401, and Mike, Baseball Collector. Thank you guys for giving me the encouragement to keep this going. Anyway, the big thing that happened that I want to pay tribute to, and I didn't really want any monikers or anything going through it, on April 8th, this. Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's record. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, Barry Bonds holds the record now. It's not Hank Aaron. That's true. But you need to know the backstory of what went on when Hank Aaron broke this record. And to me, the backstory is very intriguing. So I think in honor to pay a little homage to Hank Aaron breaking this record, I didn't want to roll any credits or anything, and I'll let Hank tell a little bit about what went on, the struggle his family went through, the fact he couldn't open his mail, that he got death threats all the time. He had to have the FBI with him and his family at all moments. He couldn't go get anything to eat. Someone else had to go get it for him, and then the food had to be checked out to make sure he wasn't poisoned. So it's a very interesting backstory, and I just want to pay homage to that as I leave you guys today. Peace. Stay blessed.
I had many death threats, but I couldn't open letters for a long time because they all had to be opened by either the FBI or somebody. You know, I couldn't open letters. Had to be escorted.
Well, it was different. It was different for me. It was different for me chasing that record. You know, really. You know, you'd think that the only thing I was doing was bringing a little pleasure to people's mind, you know, enjoying a baseball game, and yet I had to have 2 or 3, Maynard Jackson, who was a mayor at that time, fix me with 2 detectives that was with me all the time.
In fact, just recently, you know, I went to a funeral. Calvin Watlow, who was the detective, was the policeman with me for 2 years, passed away just recently, you know, and he and I got to be bosom buddies, you know, really. But he was, that was the hardest part. Wasn't able to enjoy it.
Half the time I couldn't stay at the ballpark. I had to stay in a hotel room all the time. I had to have Casanova, who was a friend of mine, to bring food to me in the hotel. So yes, things were a lot different for me than they would be for, say, I say this, and no pun intended, like Pete Rose was going after the record. He enjoyed it. I didn't have any enjoyment when I was going after Babe Ruth record, because every letter I received, people were threatening me and doing all these things. So I had to worry about staying alive, right, or doing some other things.
Once again, a standing ovation for Henry Aaron. So the confrontation for the second time. Aaron walked in the second inning. He means the tying run at the plate now. So we'll see what Downing does. Al at the belt delivers, and he's low, ball 1. And that just adds to the pressure. The crowd booing. Downing has to ignore the sound effects and stay a professional and pitch his game. 1 ball and no strikes. Aaron waiting. The outfield deep and straight away. Fastball is a high drive into deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone. Marvelous moment for baseball. What a marvelous moment for Atlanta and the state of Georgia. What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South for breaking a record of an all-time baseball idol. And it is a great moment for all of us, and particularly for Henry Aaron.